episodes an entire season. So this is episode 7. So we're not gonna. This is not the Nationals time yet. That was too early. Also, I ran out of motivation so fast. My motivation went down, down, down. Like if you don't drink water for 5 days. So let's get back into this. So when they were in class, Mr. Johnston, Akane Ryuki says, "Hey, Mr. Johnston, you've still never told us what your ability is. What your freaking sword ability is." He says, "Oh, well, I can summon meteors." Basically, I can summon meteors and reform gravity. Alex goes, "OP much?" He says, "I'm sorry, Alex. Could you repeat that?" He goes, "Nothing." He says, "That's what I thought. Now let's go outside for more practice. The Nationals are soon, and you guys have to prepare." He says, "What the hell are we in class for?" He says, "Look, the Nationals are in 2 months. You guys have to prepare." Adrian says, "But we literally just prepared for 6 months." He says, "Yes, I know." As they're training even more to push their limits to the maximums. As he goes, he says, "Alright guys, after 2 months, they're finally ready to go in." By the way, it's June, so it's not really, it's called the Summer Nationals. He says, "Alright guys, get ready." The whole team gets ready as they get on the bus and get ready. Full on. Adrian is so nervous, going, "I can't wait to head to the real Nationals complex." He says, Alex says, "Yeah, that was an annoying fraud. Why did we even go there?" He says, Mr. Johnson says, "That wasn't really a fraud. That was just the beginning. Since it gets better every year, we go to a bigger one every year. This one's mad big. It's called the Pizzaplex. It's called Monty's. No, not Monty's. It's called Tokyo Mega Pizzaplex, where basically all they serve is pizza. I'm kidding. There's so much more there. They have performing robots." Adrian says, "No, they got rid of those yesterday. Literally yesterday." He goes, "Oh, forgot to remove them, I guess." He says, "Well, today's gonna be a good day." As when they head there, they have a blast, all going on all rides, having cotton candy, snacks. They're up for their first match in the Nationals against Neko School. This school is so strong. They're about 3rd in the prefecture. But they aren't too strong compared to all of them. They're fighting their best, going and easily Tokyo High obliterates them. With little to no difficulty, because Tokyo High is the 2nd in the prefecture. Without us, we still don't know what the actual Nationals teams are. 10 more matches later, and it's time for us to head straight for the final match. It's Tokyo High versus Shira High School. We're going into this. When it starts, it's an early lead by Alex winning the first round, then Remy losing her round because she's facing a very strong opponent. Then it's Sarah versus the barrier dude. She instantly one-shots him with just a punch. And now, after everyone else goes their match, it's time for the final one. Now it's Troy, the last one, is gonna face Shima. Shima gets absolutely bodied with his arm being broken. He goes, "Ah!" Next is Akane. Akane freaking night dazes this dude when she gets hit by, but it's revealed that he copied, aka mirrored, the barrier dude's ability, which means he barriered. And her thing only barely cracked it. It put a scratch on it. He goes, "Oh, whatever, loser!" So back to this. With this over with, I can't stop thinking about the Unordinary story. I can't stop. It's just so good. We just got into the greatest part of it. John versus Seraphina, ability versus ability? I can't stop. Hard to think about. Hard to not think about. Whatever, let's just get back into this. So with him, they'd start the fight off. With everyone else on the team being defeated except for Adrian. Again, it's another final matchup. Adrian says, I'm the only one who can defeat him. I'm going in. As he walks in, it's his turn. He defeated his opponent with just an arm break. When it's time, they start to fight, going with Adrian not using his ability at all. Adrian not using his swordsman ability, going as Troy lands a punch to the nose, which makes blood come out, but Adrian used that blood and swings his nose to the left, which makes blood come out his eyes. He goes, damn you little brat, and he goes to punch. Adrian dodges, breaks his arm, which makes him go, ugh. Then he's tripped and then punched in the face. He goes, and then Adrian punches him, knocking him back as he just slides past, going, ugh. As he wipes the blood off his eyes, going, you're pretty good now, aren't you? Adrian says, I've grown way more than you can fathom, as he rushes at him, going, ah! Adrian goes to punch, but then he moves his hand down and then punches it to the spot where it makes people tired. He found a vital spot which makes him tired, which makes Troy tired. He goes, ah! Troy goes, as he spits out more blood. Then he's tripped. Then Adrian gets tripped by Troy, who grabs him by his shirt and punches him in the gut. Troy goes, eat this, you little brat. Boom, 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 boom. Adrian thinks, if I activate Crimson State, then it will give me a little bit of an advantage. As he activates Cremation State, Crimson State, which is blue fire swirls around him, like an aura. Not the tornado yet, the aura though. Like Ultra Instinct, basically, aura. He goes, no, 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 as he goes, as he barrages Troy. Then he trips him, punches him in the face, elbows him in the back of the head. He goes, as then he's tripped. But then Troy says, I can do the same! As he activates his, and they start the battle going, he says, that's a form, you can't copy that! As he punches him, and he says, but then it fades away, he says, so it was an illusion. As he knocks him in the face, Troy goes, why you little? As he swings his arm so hard that it knocks Adrian back. So far, he goes, ugh. There's nothing I can do. Then he goes, maybe a little boost would help. It starts with an M and ends with a C. He says, as he pulls out a headphone, little AirPods, and puts them in his ear, going, and he's trying to calm himself with music, but it's not working. As Troy breaks one of them, sticking it into his eardrum, when it's about to touch it, Adrian rips it out, going, which the AirPod has blood on it. He wipes it off, putting it back in, going, gotta touch. Oh, his attack's till the right time. And then he lands a vital spot on Adrian, which makes him puke out blood. And there's no way for him to ever win. Adrian doesn't know a way to win. He's just really weak. Adrian thinks to himself, I guess I really am that weak. Even with my full power, I can't even get close to this guy. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. As he goes, As all his rage and anger is built up inside of him, fire flames from his mouth, kind of like Mega Charizard X, where he goes as his eyes turn red, and he spits fire out of his mouth, going which he somehow can do, yet only abilities are supposed to be in your sword, not your actual self. As then he stops, and then he lights his sword on fire again and throws it, which Troy dodges. He's smiling, going, "There's no way I can win this match, so I guess I'll give up." As he's breathing heavy, as he can't really do anything. He calls himself weak over and over again, thinking that he can't stop a single loser. He goes, "I'll never be able to beat anyone." As he looks at them. As he looks at Troy with an angry look, going, as fire swirls around him in a tornado shape. Everyone goes, "It's finally here!" As he goes, her purse remembers who she said who's it. As he gets on his feet with full power, going, "I won't lose to you!" As he runs up and starts barraging Troy with millions of barrages, and everyone on Tokyo High, even from the TV, are cheering him on as he goes, as he punches him in the face, knocking him back. As he spins around and kicks him, breaking him down, he goes, "Resistance!" And then he develops a new technique with Troy. He trying to go for a technique, trying to go for a punch, when Adrian appears behind him, putting his arm out, and then he suddenly feels barrages of punches on him, going as he's knocking. Take my heart, take it. Reaching new levels as he blitzes even faster, going Wait, that's it? Damn it. As then he charges up even more power, which is breaking him down, but he says, "I won't give up! Never!" As he does like a signature punch in the face, going as he looks at him with even more power. As he's punching 1,000,000 times in the face, going which is absolutely obliterating him. He says, "This will finish everything." And as he jumps in the air with a full power energy blue fire punch, with his sword, going jumping to the sky, rising and rising to the sky. As he charges all of his tornado energy into his sword, which makes a giant blue fire sword, going Skillet, Yes, Skillet, of course, my friend. We all love Skillet. I mean, I do. It's amazing. I use it for sometimes videos whenever I want to, but I am going to talk through this entire song like if you've seen it before. So, with this, he charged up his giant blue fire sword, which is bigger than him. Like, it's huge. It's like Trunks' super sword of hope, but it's blue fire. And then he rises even higher to the sky. People just look at him and they think it's a star crashing down, but it's not. As he flies even higher, can I join you on Naruto? Sorry, I'm not really doing anything on it. I'm literally just running around. I'm not really doing anything. I'm really just doing this, running around. No, it's fine. I'm not gonna really play this game. I don't really play it. I really just run around. Now, let me get back to my video. So. And finally, he charges up the biggest, and I mean the fucking biggest sword ever. And says 2 words. And yells out his secret attack, or his ultimate attack. You know how Deku has shoot style? I mean, All Might has, like, United States of Smash. Naruto has Rasengan. Goku has Kamehameha. Vegeta has Final Flash. Luffy has something like Gum Gum or some crap. I don't really know. What other anime characters? Oh yeah, Naruto also has, Kakashi has Lightning Blade. Hinata has 8 Trigon 64, Gentle Fist Twin Lion Fist, Gentle Step Twin Lion Fists. All these anime characters have their signature moves. We'll wanna know what Adrian's secret move is? So, he yells out, Skyrim! As he blitzes down there. And Troy, having his own blade out, pulling it into his full power, trying to mimic his, but it's not working because Troy barely has any energy left to copy to mirror his power. So he just creates a normal blade. As then they start to clash. As then Adrian yells, Slash! As he blitzes down in a blue light. As these two clash in the air going, ah, come on! Here goes nothing! Everyone says, come on, you can do it, Adrian! As he keeps on pushing and pushing all his power into it. As he goes, ah! As he appears like a giant black hole. He goes, boom, 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 boom. As a humongous white orb is in the middle of the stadium, because that's their explosion. They go, as they both fall to the ground, and the judge says, whoever stands up first and lands one more hit on their opponent will win. They both slightly get up going, as they get up shakily, then they both rush at each other. As then a spirit in his head, it's the giant wolf that he killed, that he absorbed into him, says, kid, what you're gonna have to do is launch your attack at the final second. Do not launch it immediately. He will instantly mirror your attack and defeat you. He says, okay. As he goes, ah, as they both rush at each other limply going, ah, with Troy already having his fire sword ready to obliterate him. As he goes, ah. But then he thinks to himself, maybe this fire isn't ready. As he spins his sword around and slams it into the ground, which makes a barrier. He says, "No, kid, he can't absorb it or mimic it. Once he's using one ability, he can't do it." As Adrian yells, "Final fire punch!" As fire swirls around his arm as he goes, "Ah!" and punches the barrier, going, "Ah!" as he's punching it even harder, saying, "I will break through!" as he cranks his hand back and punches, breaking through it. As then he punches her as he punches him in the face, going, "Dah!" as he launches him into a wall, defeating him finally. He says, as he falls to one knee, as Troy is defeated finally, he says, "The winner is Adrian Kadoku from Tokyo High! The new winners of the spring of the Summer Nationals are Team Tokyo High!" They all go, "Yes!" as they all have tears in their eyes, happy tears, going, "Yes!" as the whole team runs up and hugs each other, saying, "Yes, we finally did it!" And then, after that, they head home. They all head back to the school, having an amazing day. As then, when they return home, he looks at them. Mr. Johnson looks at them, sad, teary-eyed this time. As they're all super happy, and Akane says, "What's wrong, Mr. Johnston? Didn't we just win the entire Nationals?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm happy about that, but we have another problem." He says, "We're all splitting up in next week." Everyone goes, "What?" He says, "You guys don't remember? Tomorrow's your final day of Tokyo High. You all are going to separate and go to college or go on your own adventure. I'll miss you all." As he starts to tear up, sad, saying that you guys are the best students I've ever had, and this is his greatest, and you guys are his greatest class, and he will love them forever. And they all smile, saying that they'll always remember each other. As they all have a week to plan what they're going to do for their future. As then, on the final week, two people come into the school. Troy and the Barry dude, who we're going to call Mike. His name's Mike. And they come in saying, "We're here to ask you some questions." Adrian Kadoku of Tokyo High. He says, "What are your plans for the future?" Adrian says, "Well, my plans are to go and explore the world with my friends, for real this time. We're going on an adventure of a lifetime." He goes, "Now, what if I asked you a question? Could me and Mike come along?" He says, "Sure, we're gonna have an entire group ready." He says, "Alright guys, get ready, as we're gonna go into higher depths." This was kind of a sad episode for me to make. I kinda don't like doing this, making sad endings, but it's a happy ending actually, because they won the Summer Nationals. And now they're going on to explore for now. This is